Of course, Disney is releasing a live-action remake of their 1992, I believe it was, animated feature, Aladdin. Was their 31st animated full-length feature that Disney ever made by Walt Disney Animation Studios. This past week, the first trailer was for this new live-action remake was released. I have not seen that trailer. I don't intend to see the trailer, especially because I really don't have any intention to see the movie. Now, let me point out that I think I've seen... I tend... Watching these live-action adaptations definitely hasn't been my thing. I think the only one that I've seen up to this point was the Jungle Book remake. It was okay. The fact that they gave it a different story made it fine for me to watch. Haven't watched any of the others. I've not seen Cinderella or Beauty and the Beast or any of these others. I don't want to have an outright disdain for Disney for making these movies. I mean, as long as they're making the money, you can't really argue against them doing it. But with Aladdin, it's kind of personal with me. Because Robin Williams was one of my favorite performers, absolute favorite comedians ever. I believe 13 years old when Aladdin first came out. The years of the Disney Renaissance were my prime years as a teenager, young adult. I saw the trinity of Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, and the Lion King all in succession at the movie theaters. Aladdin was the one that really stuck with me. It was just... I don't know if I've had more fun watching any Disney production ever since. And the thing is, like I said, at the time I was watching it, at the time that movie first came out, I had already started watching reruns of Mork and Mindy on Nick at Night. Which is where I was really, for the first time, fully introduced to Robin Williams. I loved him as Mork from Ork. And his portrayal as the genie in Aladdin just made me love him even more. He was... Brilliant isn't enough of a word to describe his performance in this film. He made the movie. I mean, yeah, I loved Gilbert Gottfried's sarcasm as Iago, but Robin Williams as the genie made that movie. It would have been probably just another generic hero tries to save the girl from evil villain plot of most other Disney films. But Robin Williams' portrayal as the genie was the X factor that I thought made that film absolutely iconic. I've got nothing against Will Smith. I'm certain he's going to do the best job possible with what he's given in this movie, but it's like I said, Robin Williams may have been my favorite performer ever. His suicide really... It hit me pretty hard. It really did. I don't know if I've ever still recovered from just someone who brought that much joy to people had... Just the fact that he was able to deal with his own emotions like that as long as he did. But that's kind of the thing, as you're saying right there. Okay, he's not going to be copying anything from Robin Williams' version of the genie, but that still means we're not going to be seeing anything that was a huge reason for why I loved the original movie so much. Just the 1992 Aladdin probably still is my all-time favorite Disney film of all time. My three favorites would probably be Aladdin, Frozen, and Alice in Wonderland. Probably in that order. Aladdin was the one movie that just stuck with me as probably the most fun, most entertaining Disney film that I've ever seen. And so for me personally, it's the one that I will look at and say, it did not need a remake at all. Now, ironically enough, I believe the stage version of the Disney film is actually going to be coming to the Dallas Summer Musicals this coming year. I'll go and see that, because there I'm absolutely certain that I'm going to be hoping that those performers are going to be trying to recapture the same magic of the animated film as best as possible. Will they or won't they? I'm just kind of wait and see, but I don't think this live-action remake is going to do it for me. And rather than waste time, get my blood pressure up, constantly ranting about it on social media, because I just don't think that's going to be worth and result in anything good, I'm just going to not pay it any heed. I'm probably not going to talk about it, not going to go see it, probably not going to watch the trailers. Anybody watches that film and likes it, that's their right, that's their business, but I'm choosing not to see it because I don't think it's going to be able to recapture that same magic. That's just my take on it. Now, and I've also gone on record saying that one of the things I don't really care for regarding these live-action remakes is that it's like they're trying to take the animated characters in all of those movies and trying to see what they would look like in real life, and that does kind of take some of the magic and entertainment away. Compare that to the stage versions, the performers who play the characters at the Disney parks, or even Disney on Ice. In those situations, that's a case of they're taking real-life people and trying to transform them into the animated characters. That, I think, is very impressive and very enjoyable. It's why I enjoy going to Disneyland and Disney World as often as I can. Why I get to see, why we'll go watch Disney on Ice anytime it comes here to the area or anywhere close to Dallas-Fort Worth. I'll lay down a ticket for the best seat, one of the best seats in the house, to watch that live, because I guess there's a difference of trying to bring Disney into real life and trying to transform Disney into real life. If that's understandable for you. But that's just why these live-action remakes just aren't doing it for me. And I've tried my best to not complain about them too much, but that's why it just doesn't do anything for me.